Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another day, the penultimate day of the 2025 European Sub-Junior and Junior Classic Powerlifting Championships, live from Druskininkai, Lithuania, presented by Maniac Fitness. My name is Alexandre Naudin, aka RDE Coach. To my right, the junior team head coach from Spain, Monsieur Diego Rives.
What's up?
¿Cómo
How you doing?
está?
Really good.
Really
Pleased
good?
to be here.
We were glad to have you on board yesterday. We're bringing you back today for the B group of the 69s and the 76s. We have 11 69 and 12 76s. We're seeing more and more lifters. I think it was a record nomination this year for Euros Junior. We'll see which country brings the best team. We're starting to look at team points now. Tomorrow is the final day. Do you think Team Spain is in a good position to bring home a podium?
Yeah, I think yeah, definitely. I think Team Spain is in a good position to be able to be on the top three on women's, and we see on men's. But I also think on men's it will be possible.
Yeah, I mean, with what you did yesterday with the
Yeah,
boys,
yeah,
it
yeah,
sounds possible.
yeah. It's a shame because we pretended to like place higher,
Hmm.
but that's the way that comes it sometimes. But
Yeah, I mean, Team GB brought a strong team, and
yeah,
in
yeah,
the
yeah,
men's,
yeah.
it's going to be difficult
12.
to beat them.
Yeah.
Openers ranging from 120 to 150 for the 69s. The first athlete out is representing Estonia. It's Anela Os. Here we go. We're under action. Bar is loaded. How does that first squat of the day move? Usually we say it's a great sign if it's the three white lights.
Yep. Yeah, I think it's important to execute at your best abilities and make it undeniable, so you get some momentum for the rest of the comp.
Waiting for our chief ref. Three white lights, a good lift. Do you think that was maybe slightly slower than they had anticipated?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I think it was not like the fastest opener you've probably seen on all the comp, but I think it looked fine.
Next up, Manon Kluvers, Switzerland, 130 kilos. And do you think with this one being an early morning session, it changes anything in terms of warm-up, openers?
I feel like it depends on the lifter. Maybe if the lifter is used to train in the evenings and you know doesn't quite feel too comfortable with the hour and everything, maybe you should like change the plan a little bit and adjust. But if the lifter is feeling fine, I wouldn't change anything.
Yeah, I'd say Manon is looking fine. How about the
Yeah,
lights? That's three white lights, a good lift.
that was really good.
Yeah, maybe I would say like reinforce some of the warm-ups,
Yep.
some mobility drills maybe for the hips or
Yeah,
anything. But in terms of game plan, when you're ready, you're ready.
yeah, yeah. I think like the most important thing is to feel like mobile and feel like you're able to execute in the way that you're used to execute and you know feel comfortable with the power on your back and when you're moving with it.
Now Renata Costa, Portugal, 132.5. Super smooth opener.
Yep.
She's one of the few Portuguese athletes we're seeing this championship, but we are seeing more and more athletes coming from Portugal. That's what we love to see.
Yep. Yeah, like some years ago, I think it was hard to see anyone.
Yeah, barely anyone.
Yep.
And hopefully Portugal is going to put pressure on Spain now.
Hope so.
We have the Pyrenees Cup in between France and Spain. What could be the name of the cup between Portugal and Spain?
Like, maybe a Iberian Cup, something
Iberian
like that.
Cup, yeah, that sounds great actually. Now Carla Balicevac, Croatia, 137.5.
really easy.
Without a doubt, 3 white lights, a good lift. Bar is lit for Morgan Le Bouvy, Belgium. 140 kilos for our opener. It's gonna be difficult for anyone from the B group to try and compete for a squat medal. We have multiple squats above 180
Yep.
in the A
Yeah.
group, some massive squatters over there.
Yeah, I think they need to take some big jumps in order if you want to be able to be played for medals.
3 white lights, a good lift. With that kind of bar positioning, we know you can get really grindy, so I wouldn't say that this is a slow opener. I think it's reasonable.
Yeah, yeah, I think she'll be able to add some kilos on it.
Now Esther Tomatsek, Hungary, same weight, 140. Relatively smooth. How about depth? Missing the left-hand side referee to communicate the decision, and now the lights are on. It's a good lift. Seems convincing enough on the
Yep,
replay.
I don't mind.
Now Vanessa Nikita from Estonia, 142.5. We're halfway done with these openers for the 69s. Three white lights, a good lift.
I'd say it's also like a really young group. We can see some people that have some junior years left.
Yeah,
So we'll see where they end up in
they're gonna
their
need
journey.
time to develop to try and push the best junior ever in the class, being
Yep.
Agatha Shitko. That's quite a name to try and beat.
It's gonna be hard.
Yeah, that one day will happen. We know already
Yeah,
because the sport keeps growing.
yeah.
More and more talent is coming to the sport.
Some years ago, nobody thought what Agata is doing was possible.
Exactly. Leonora Keratic, Lithuania, 145. That's a smooth opener. And 3 white lights. She's on the board. 3 more squats to go in the opening round.
We've seen some really good openers in terms of depth, execution. So.
Because we haven't seen Spanish lifters
Yeah.
with her.
Yeah, we'll see when Spanish comes.
Now on the platform, Laura Village, Croatia. She's knocking on the door of that A group. She's the first one nominated in the B group. Ever so close to that A group. Could have been there. She's 22 years young. I think we'll see her over there next year. But that's a shaky start to her
Yeah,
game. I think that was a balance issue. Maybe she looked down a bit too much. Maybe she tried and extended her knees slightly too early.
I mean I don't know her like in terms of how she moves, but the, what I thought maybe happened was she lost some position like in the end of the lift. So maybe she'll be able to make the adjustment. Hope so. We'll see where she ends up.
Down to Olivia Ardingham Island, 150. Great control. Yeah, that's one lovely
Yeah.
opener for Olivia.
Yes.
Yeah,
Beautiful squat.
yeah, I'd say that's the most convincing opener so far. And Team Island, they've been a surprise to me. They've had a
Yes.
strong championship so far. They brought home a title. Their lifters have PR. They've put on a show. Love what I'm seeing from Team Island.
Yeah, Ireland is always a good country to be in the championships and to look after.
Akitarini Magdalenu Greece 150, the final opener for the 69s. Two to one, a good lift. The first red for lack of depth, according to that side referee. I think she should be fine with
Yeah,
that.
I
But
think she should be
something
fine.
pretty original in terms of technique is that she starts to cave in at the bottom of the squat. Usually we see lifters cave in to push up, but she started to cave in at the bottom. Usually we see lifters having the knees over the toes. She did not.
Yeah, I think she had like a really wide stance, so maybe that knee cape was a consequence of not being. I wouldn't say being able to like maintain that stance, but trying to manage her center of mass in the best way possible.
Possibly. I want to see that squat again in the second round.
Yes.
Now Neraos Estonia 127.5. And that was too big of a jump, surprisingly enough. She squatted 142.5 in the past. She can't manage 127.5 now.
Maybe she's dealing with some injuries. Maybe she didn't have a good prep.
Do we see any balance issue on the replay? Not really.
To be honest, I think it was strength. Like maybe she wasn't strong enough for this.
Yeah, I think there's a chance for her to get that in the second round.
Yeah.
In the third round, excuse me. We move up to Renata Costa, Portugal. She's taking the same jump from 132.5 to 140. Lovely second attempt.
Yes. Makes it work.
Yeah, three weight lights, a good lift. And since she's one of the least experienced out of the bunch, could you maybe take a smaller jump now to just try and execute to the best of her abilities, collect
Yeah.
a 3 for 3?
Yeah, depends on the personal goals they've established, but I think like being in the B group and not fighting for medals, she should like take the. I wouldn't take the risk of like trying to overextend. So maybe jumping like only 5 kilos, I think would be interesting and would be like
Yeah, I
the
think it's the
correct number.
go-to move, yeah.
Yep.
Manon Cluver, Switzerland, 140 kilos, jump of 10. The first PB attempt of the day.
Yeah.
3 white lights. I wouldn't say easy work, but I think there's still room for a third.
Yeah, I think she's fine for 2.5 for sure, and maybe 5 probably. Yeah, she's been making some good progress.
Next up, a Morgane Bouvy from Belgium, jumping 5, that makes it 145 her second attempt. Just as expected, she's able to maintain her positioning even though it's slower. 3 white lights, a good lift. And I think in a B group, the interest and goals of the lifter prevails, but in an A group, when you're shooting for position, maybe team points, you can't always go for what the lifter want, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's something that you have to talk with the lifter. Like, it's not always what you want; it's what you need and what the team needs. So I'd say especially in squats where you have to build all the total. I'll try to stay conservative like most of the time, and not put my lifter in a position that he or she can miss, and that could maybe mean some less kilos in the total at the end of the day.
Carla Balicevac, Croatia, 145, jump of 7.5 for a 5 kg personal best. Three white lights, a good lift.
It's good. It's a 5 kilo PB.
Yeah, we can start to see the sticking point. We can guess that the third is going to be a fight, but there's a chance.
Yep.
7.5 is a popular jump in that flight of 69 Bs. Esther Tomacek, Hungary, 147.5, personal best of 7.5. To the one, a good lift, and with that pronounced pre-hinge, it looks poor from the front, but it looks good from the side.
Yes, I think that was good. I think it's difficult with such a close stance squats to actually judge depth, especially from the front.
And you know what? I would think Team France has more of an influence over those narrow stance squat than the French low bar because of Lia and Tiffany Chapon.
Yeah, definitely on girls, it's a trend.
Now, Vanessa Nikitina, Estonia, 150, another 7.5, but this time for a 2.5 kg personal best. And
Really
she
good.
makes it move nicely.
Do you think now in France it's less common to have such a pronounced low bar position?
Yeah, I would say so because we're now a bit more experienced and we've discussed with like Spanish coaches, American coaches, JB coaches. So we've polarized our training a bit more. We have more high bar in the programming. I think we've found the middle ground.
Yeah, that's good.
Next up, Laura Vulic, Croatia, 150, a jump of 5.
Really good.
3 white lights, a good lift.
Do you think also Spanish lifters are getting like a lower bar position?
I think you're starting to play the game of optimization. We've been there, we've done that,
Yeah?
and we know when it works, when it doesn't. But it also depends on the leverages of your lifter. I'd say it's more difficult for like the bigger frame lifters.
Yeah.
Because to get into position
Definitely,
at the
yeah.
bottom, to try and be convincing with depth is difficult.
And there's also more weight on your back.
Yeah. But some of your ladies it worked, with some it didn't. So I think you know with who you need to adapt in
Yeah.
the future. Deinora Kairaitit, Lithuania, 152.5. Wow, that's a quick personal best of 7.5.
It's really good.
How about our chief ref? Yep, couldn't see anything wrong with the lift. 3 white lights.
She's really new into competition. She's been competing for only a year, up to a year.
I guess that explains the PRs in the second round.
Yeah. That's not something so common when you are 5 years into the game.
I would love to hit a personal best of 7.5 at my next comp.
Yeah.
Magdaleno, Greece, 155. I'm gonna be honest, we're also seeing more and more lifters out of Greece, which is good.
Yes.
Not yet in the A group in terms of women, but it's starting to appear for the men's. Same squat with the knee cave at the bottom. How about depth? She received 1 red last time around. This time it is 2, so no lift for Greece.
Yeah, I was thinking it was close. Could go either way. What do you think about the position of the belt? Like, having the
Hey, it's almost backwards.
yeah,
Like the
having the
lever
back wall
is
on the back
on the
on the
side
back.
here.
Yep.
I mean, you need a teammate for that. I don't know
Yeah.
how you bucket it up by yourself. Hey, as long as it's an SBD belt, I'm fine with that. Now on the platform is Olivia Ardingham Island 157.5. She had a solid opener.
Yeah, first one was really easy.
Three white lights, a good lift.
Where would you go from here?
I say she's due for a personal best. I mean, no technical breakdown whatsoever. She's on point. Lower than another 7.5.
Do you think she has another 7.5?
I would think so. But Team Island has been conservative. Maybe they're gonna try and match her
Yeah.
personal best.
I'd go for 5
Okay,
if I was them.
place your bets. Oh, and she just done that. We
Yeah.
see the ticket. That's why you're the head coach and I'm the commentator. We move on. And then us, Estonia 127.5, a retake from the second round after a surprise miss, I must say.
Yeah. Yeah, opening looked fine. Yeah.
It's the elbows that shoots up this time. Yep, no lift. Fortunately, she's on the board with her opener. She'll be able to move on with a total. But still, that's surprising, I would say.
Yeah, she also has a good deadlift from her, so I hope this doesn't affect the deadlift, like missing twice.
Yeah, hopefully. Renata Costa, Portugal, another jump of 5 for her. Try and beat her personal best by 2.5. That's nice.
She gets it.
First international personal best in the squat. We'll take that.
I think it was a really good plan. On
Yeah, I agree.
selection. Yeah.
Nice opener, create some momentum. Second attempt to gauge yourself where you are on the day. And then just chip your personal best by 2.5.
Yep.
Lovely. Now Manon Cluves, Switzerland, 145. Personal best of 5 for the Swiss.
First year competing also. And she grinds it.
Yeah, she had to work for that personal best, but she's getting it. 3 white lights. The middle of the pack is very stacked in the 69Bs, all of them shooting for 150, 55, 52. It's close.
Yep.
It's good to see because you need that drive, that competitive fire in you,
Yeah.
even in the B group.
Yeah. I think you should, always try to look to the rivals and use them as a motivation. Like
I agree. Morgan Bouvy, Belgium, 150. Yeah, they find the right number on the day.
yep.
It's going to be 3 white lights, and 3 for 3 for Team Belgium in the squad event. Same final attempt for Karla Balicevac, Croatia. But for her, it would mean a personal best of 5. one scrappy third attempt.
Yeah. Powers through.
Yeah, she's getting a new personal best. 3 white lights. Next up, Esther Tomacek. She already collected a new personal best of 7.5. She's looking to improve by 5 more kilos. That new generation of Hungarian powerlifters could be dangerous.
Yeah. Yeah,
We s-
definitely. We're still like some upcomers.
Yep. In the men's yesterday, squatting 300.
Yeah.
Today in the women's, hitting personal best of 12s in the squat event.
Oh.
So this time she's not getting in. We'll have a closer look at the replay to try and see if it was strength or maybe a technical issue. I think the hips kick back more than
Yep.
she would have wanted them
A
to.
little bit.
Now Vanessa Nikitina, Estonia, 155 in jump of 5, shooting for a sizable personal best. She was nominated 15th, but if she improved by 5 on every lift, she could be in the top 10. Those nominations are stacked.
Yep. That's good.
Looks of it, she's gonna get in. How about the lights? Oh, white, it's a
Yeah.
good lift. But yeah, if you look at the nominations, 5 kilos is 5th place
Yeah.
in the middle of the pack. So
It's
one
stacked.
jump could mean 5th place.
Yep. I think that's important also to like set goals, like personal goals, or maybe not if you're not able to get into the podium, well, maybe trying to go from up in nominations,
Absolutely.
being able to make a top 10.
The thing is difficult. It's in the B group, you're shooting in the dark. You don't
Yeah.
know what the A group is doing, but you have to do your best.
Yeah.
And Laura Volic is attempting 155, but she
Oh.
stays stuck at the bottom. There'll be no lift on the day. I mean, she looks to have dropped down a bit too hard into
Yeah.
the hole at the bottom.
Yeah, kind of lost position. Yep.
A retake from the second round, 155 for Caterini Magdalenu.
Yep. She needs to sink it a little bit more.
That looks better.
Yep. Definitely looks better. See the lights. Let's head to
Wow,
the one.
I'm surprised by the red because from afar it did look
Yeah.
much more convincing than her second attempt. Do you think she's at risk from injury intervention, judging by the replay?
I don't. Given how they've like the how they've handled these situations and the way they've intervened, I don't think it's gonna get overturned. I think it's gonna stay.
Yeah, the coach did not even try and go to the jury,
Yeah.
and I think that's a good thing. You don't want to make it suspicious.
Yeah.
You just try and sell the
Yeah.
lift, you move out the platform.
Yeah. I wouldn't go to the jury either. We see a taking the jump. Big good jump from the second to
Yeah.
the third.
Denoa Karadzici is going all out.
Yeah.
Wow.
Was a good note.
And sometimes that happens. 3
Yep.
white lights, personal best at 10. You're not very satisfied with the opener. You
Yep.
take a smaller jump than anticipated to the second, regain some confidence, then you had it done at the 10 and you hit the personal best.
Yes.
Wow. A veteran move, I would say. Now, Olivia Ardingham Island, 162.5. She's looking to match her personal best. Looks like you've studied Team Island, Diego. super close.
Yeah.
Just slightly too much chalk on the bar.
Yep.
She doesn't surpass the sticking point. It
Yeah.
happens. No lifts.
It's also difficult with those kind of squats where you're like really upright. Like I feel like it's I wouldn't say like more difficult, but it's different the way that you have to grind the squat.
Mm.
It's like you bounce of the hole like really good, and then you know you have like the wall.
Yeah, it's true. So that closes out the B group for the 69s. We'll be moving straight into the 76s. The Bs once again. We have 11 of them, and first one out is Xeni Lorenza from Cyprus, 105.
This is a 5 kilo PB already.
Opening with a personal best. Interesting strategies going down.
I wish I could.
I wish I could too.
Yeah.
And that was a very reasonable opener. 3 white lights, a good lift. But to go back to what we were saying about Team Island and the fact that you studied them, when you're preparing a game plan, do you study the opposition to try and guess what they could be doing on the day?
Yeah, I'd say I try to like see the trends on the number of attempts they usually make.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe if I know it is a country that tends to like make more mistakes or like overreach sometimes,
Okay.
I'll I have it on my mind.
Interesting.
But I know there are some other countries like GB, like many countries, GB, France, even Ireland, that tend to make some really good jumps, and I wouldn't rely on them failing.
Okay, we'll come back to that when deadlift rolls around. Talia Benabu Israel, 122.5.
It's really good.
Yes, solid opener, 3 white lights, a good lift.
That's also something that I think France has also changed their mind on. I think they used to be like way more aggressive.
I think France didn't care about going 9 for 9 for way too long.
Yeah.
But also, like we discussed yesterday, going 9 for 9 when you're pulling a second deadlift to place yourself in the competition doesn't really make sense. I think the result itself is more important.
Mm-hmm.
And when you are at the Europeans or the World Championship, the second attempt in any of the 3 movements can be for the medal.
Yep.
So sometimes you need that second attempt. Maybe you don't have the stamina to hit all 3. So you play the game with the cards you're dealt.
Yep.
And if it means going 5 for 9 but still ending up on the podium, that works.
Mm-hmm.
Xamaya El Nahal from Malta, 130 kilos. A good opener, 3 white lights.
Yeah, coming back to what you were saying, I think it's important. I think that usually 9 for 9, going 9 for 9, it's like the recipe to success and like the path to success. But it's not always like the main thing. But I think you also, especially on deadlifts, you should not. I tend to not have a close plan,
Mm-hmm.
and I try to like adapt to the situation and
Absolutely.
the jumps that the other teams are also making.
Especially in the A group.
Yeah.
I'd say going 9 for 9 is very important in the B group, and adapting on the day regarding what the opposition is doing is more important in the A group.
Yep.
Dorina Mourani, Hungary, 135. Three white lights, singular technique. She's using her head to maintain her bar path.
Yep. It works for her. I think also, like coming back to deadlifts, I think it's important to like understand the position that you're in, but because maybe you're in third position, fourth position, maybe you're shooting for a first position,
Mhm.
but if you don't care about like where your second attempt places you, and then you fail your third attempt trying to reach for a medal, and that maybe could potentially mean that somebody that it's
Is going to
shooting for
surpass
you,
Absolutely. Hey, here's a Spanish low bar from Team Finland, Helmi Makela, 135. How is that going to look like at the bottom? From afar, it looks 50-50. How does it look on the platform? Undeniable, 3 white lights. But she doesn't seem to be very happy with that
Yeah.
opener.
I think it's important also when you have such a low bar position, maybe try to control the weight a little bit more, like in the eccentric. I
Because
think
you know the referees are going to look at you closely when you're
yeah,
at that kind of bar
yeah, yeah.
positioning.
And I think like it's more important to have control and position instead of like trying to be like so explosive and
Mm.
bounce off the hole like so much. Speed doesn't really matter
No, wait,
that much when you
I
have
agree.
such a low bar position.
Christina Roseman, Slovenia, 137.5. She also makes great use of a pretty low bar positioning.
Yeah, that's
3
good.
white lights, a good lift.
I think sometimes it's also kind of necessary to have a low bar position when you have like long femurs.
Yeah. When you have a lifter that's having very long femurs, would you rather like lower the bar or maybe put the lifter into heels? Maybe a bit of both?
I think it depends. Like first of all, it depends on like how if the lifter is able to like tolerate such a, I wouldn't say high volume or but tolerate like the position to be able to like at least get some singles or get some skill in the movement.
Yeah, because with the low bar positioning, if you do a lot of volume, it takes a toll on your
Yeah,
elbows, your
yeah,
shoulders.
definitely.
Yeah, you're
And
right.
that could affect bench.
You don't want that.
Yeah.
Now, Finn Bonaventure from Belgium, 150. That's one fast descent, but it's almost as fast on the
Yep.
way up.
That was good.
3 white lights.
Coming back to the low bar position, it could affect bench and it could affect everything, like all daily life also. If you have like some pain and
Yeah.
numbness from all the low bar.
Even some of the best lifters are impacted by that, and I
Yeah.
know Jesus Olivares has been talking about it.
Yeah.
Hitting multiple big squats take a toll on his bench.
Yeah.
That's why he has to strategize around like
Yeah.
35, 40 kg jumps in the squat.
Yep.
Milianu Island, 152.5. She squatted 175 in the past. How is she looking today? Can we expect big jumps? And that's looking smooth. I don't know if it's smooth enough to add 10, but I'll be
Yeah.
comfortable with 7.5 for the second.
Yeah. Do you think she'll be able to equal her personal best?
I mean, if she starts to heat up with that second, maybe. But I'd say it's a stretch.
Yeah.
Adding 22.5 on a
Yeah.
squat event of a 76,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it will be like big jump. She'll maybe need to have like 12 and 10 maybe.
Yeah,
I
if
think
she
it's
adds 10
too
now,
much.
it seems maybe possible, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. Me neither.
Sinilara Christine Dottir, another first international. She's opening with 155. She was in Costa Rica for Junior Worlds, and she was at Europeans last year in Pilsen, Czechia.
Really good.
3 white lights, a good lift.
What do you think about the Iceland singlet? Do you like it?
I like the fact that they are competing in and out of equipment.
Mm-hmm.
Multiple of their lifters are doing both, which is difficult. They are very mature with the attempt selection, and I must say, the singlet is one of my favorites, but maybe because it looks like the French one, I don't know. 155 for Ellie O'Neill Island. But it's also because I'm a horse guy, and there are a lot of horses, very specific in Iceland, so I have a sweet spot for
Yeah.
Iceland. Wow, that's one lovely opener.
That's really good. I went to Iceland like 2 years ago for Western Europeans.
Yeah.
It was an awesome country. We were able to like make a trip, but it's something that usually you're not able to do when you travel for other comps. And it was beautiful, beautiful country.
One thing that's so awesome about powerlifting is we travel across the globe. We find the same people every time in
Yep.
the gymnasium, close to bars and plates. That's so funny. Veronika Sigutova just knocking on the door of the A group. 160 as an opener.
Oh,
Wow, okay.
impressive.
If she's on like that today, she's going to be pushing up
Yeah.
the nominations. 3 white lights, a good lift.
Yeah, I think she's good to surpass her personal best.
See, she was nominated 12th, just 3 kilos off the A group.
Yeah. Wow.
That adds extra fuel. That's extra motivation right there.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
you don't want me in the A group? You'll see what happens.
see.
You'll see. But we have everyone on the board in the 76s. Now everyone's looking to improve, and that's one big jump for the first one out. Xeni Lorenza, 117.5. Opener being 105. I didn't expect that big of a jump.
Me neither. That's a big jump, especially for these kind of weights.
And that's more than a 10% kg jump.
Yeah.
You don't usually see
I'm
that.
not that good at maths, but I'd say so.
I wouldn't say we saw that yesterday, but I mean that's
Yeah,
still
that's really good.
comfortable.
That's a 17 kilo PB. Wow. Was maybe the biggest PB we've ever seen.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
At least I would hope so. Otherwise, what's happening?
Yeah.
But yeah,
we need the
how much would
secrets.
you add on to that?
I think she'll be fine for another 5, for sure.
So she's gonna be looking to add 22.5
Yeah.
on her squat, let
Yeah,
alone.
that's,
Wow.
that's crazy. And we see how the rest of the lifts go. She's made the same progress on
Yeah.
bench and deadlift as she's made in squat.
Personal best total of 80 kilos.
Yeah.
Now Talia Benabou, Israel, 132.5, jump of 10. Not yet in personal best territory, but super close.
Sorry.
Just how you would want your second to move,
Yep.
but
Oh.
lack of depth, double reds.
She gets caught out of that. Let's see.
And in that case, now the coach is going up to the juries. I think there's a shot at discussing that attempt. It seems borderline with some strong arguments. You
Yeah.
can make a case for that squat.
I think it's borderline, but it could go.
And jury's overruled to a good
Oh,
lift. It's
that's
going to be a
good.
good lift
That's good.
for Team Israel. And see, he went up to the jury but didn't put pressure on.
Yeah.
Gave him time to
Yeah.
rewatch the replay. I think that's a good strategy right
I think
there.
that's the way you should approach a jury. Try to make them know that you're there and
Mm.
you don't kind of agree with call
Be
of
gentle.
judges.
Please look at it
Yeah.
and we'll discuss it.
Yeah, yeah.
Xamaya El Nal, Malta, 140 kilos. That's one sticky second, but it goes up. How about the lights? Ooh, a bit of suspense, Diego.
That's good.
3 white lights, a good lift.
I think also sometimes it's, I wouldn't say like necessary to go to the jury because they review every lift. So
And the thing is, you want to keep your credibility. You don't want to
Yeah.
go to the jury every time. You have basically one joker for every event. So you don't go up to the jury if you know like it's egregiously high.
Yeah.
Go up to your lifter, find the solutions.
Yeah. I think you have to pick the moment.
Yeah, I would agree.
You have to know when to go.
Dorina Morani, Hungary, 142.5, a matched personal best. Great control on the way down. She fights it up. Still using her head.
Her head, yeah.
3 white lights. I mean, using your head to prevent your center mass from falling
Yeah,
forward.
she's biasing a lot into extension, so I think that could work for her. Feel like it's different when you are that kind of lifter that maybe has some shorter femurs.
Yeah.
Like you can rely more on extension. I think maybe when you have to I'd say fold, you know what I mean, a lot
Yeah.
to be able to hit depth. I don't think like relying too much on extension. It's good because it probably will in some way affect your ability to have some decent hip flexion.
Yeah, once again, it's a game of leverages and
Yeah.
optimization. Elmi Makela, Finland, 142.5. I mean, one
Yeah.
sticky second attempt again, but great use of the low bar positioning. How about the lights? They are making us wait for it.
Yeah, I think she'll be
We're
fine.
gonna have a close look at the replay as
Very
the
well
lights
lights.
turn on. They're gonna be all white.
Yep. Where would you go from here?
I
Two and a
can
half?
only go for a 2.5,
Yeah.
except if you know what went wrong and you know how to correct it, if it's ever happened before. I guess only 2.5.
You think it's worthy to go? Maybe not even coming out.
If you know you're gonna lose out 10 on your deadlift by attempting that 2.5,
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
But if there's a chance, it's a B group, why
Yeah.
not? Christina Rosman, Slovenia, she really drops down hard into the hole for that 145. Is it gonna be a new personal best of 5? Yes, it's a good lift.
I think it also depends on the lifter coming back to going up for a 2.5 third. It also depends on like the mentality and if the
Yeah,
lifter
if you
wants to go.
if you accept failure,
Yeah.
if you know there's a possibility you're gonna fail, but failing does not affect your mentals moving on
Yeah.
into the competition,
Yeah.
it's different.
I'd say especially if you don't get like 2 inches, like
Yeah.
if having to go out for that third is gonna cause some anxiety on you, maybe like being too nervous, and that could also affect your deadlift. Maybe not in a strength wise related, but like having losing some of the I'd say the momentum or stamina.
Apparently they're not too nervous because they've loaded 5 more.
Wow.
Fine Bonaventure, Belgium, 160 jump of 10 to match her personal best.
Great
Okay.
looking squat.
Very good second attempt. And once again, that left remote it's making for some suspense, but she was receiving a red from that angle. Maybe it was just too quick.
Yeah.
It was just too quick because that is clearly depth.
Yeah, I think it's good.
We move on to Milianu Island, 162.5. Also, it's a game of perspective. When you have stripes on your singlet, maybe he catches the eye of the ref,
Yeah.
and it looks different than on the replay when you have plenty of time to judge depth.
Yep. I agree.
This is why I would recommend an SBD singlet, strength, belief, determination, but also D for depth. How about that left remote? 2-1, a good lift. Not a surprise because with that kind of squat and those kind of quads,
Yeah.
it can look poor from the front when it's very convincing from the sides.
Yep.
And you have to be confident because you know the ruling is going to come, but you need to improve on your squat. You're looking good. Do not even bother with that red from the
Yeah.
front.
Yeah. I mean, it only takes two, so
Signé Lara Christine Dottir, Iceland, 165, jump of 10. One difficult second attempt.
yep.
The big jump is hurting her. Let's
you
try
think-
and judge if
you
there's a
think was-
possibility for her to get it in the third round. It looked like strength to
Yeah.
me.
You think? Yeah. To me also. Maybe. To be honest, I don't think she hit the depth like so much on the other one. So maybe she has a matter of like it being glowing so much.
Okay, so she
That
needs to
maybe-
optimize her descent for the third.
Yeah.
You heard it here. We'll see the third round.
Yeah.
Eli O'Neill Island.
I mean that was
The same jump.
depth
It's
for sure.
155 to 165. Well, we'll see the same thing.
Really solid.
3 white lights. The bar starts to move on her back, but she's still able to lock it out. But with that kind of issues and the bar moving, I would not be comfortable jumping another 7.5. I think 5 would be the maximum.
Yeah. Me too. I will go for 5.
And final attempt of the second round for the 76 is Veronika Sigutova, Czechia, 170.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, I think she's due for a personal best
Yeah,
today.
for sure.
If she adds another 5, she'd be in personal best territory.
I will go for 5 also.
Yeah, just to try and go 3 for 3.
Yep.
Hit a new personal best.
Yep. Maybe even 7.5. She's too confident. I think 5 would be the correct number. Wow, we have another 12 kilo jump.
Yeah. You saw that, right? Xeni Lorenza from Cyprus is going for 130 kilos. Opening on the 105, you would not expect a lifter to end up on 130 kilos.
Yeah. Especially when her previous personal best won 100 kilos.
So plus 30 on the squat.
Yep. And she grinds it.
I love the emotions from her. I mean, when you PR by 30 kilos,
yeah, I will be,
you
I will
deserve
be
to
happy,
be happy.
also. Yeah. Wow.
Wow, okay. 3 white lights. If this is how the third round is going to go, we're going to love it.
Yeah.
Next up, Talia Benabu, 140 kilos. She had to rely on the jury last time around to get her squat overturned to a good lift.
Yep.
You don't want to do that twice.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes. I think it's also difficult to, how do you execute? Because, at first it was red lighted, then it was overtook to a good lift.
Yeah, I think you want to try and make it slightly deeper, a
Yeah.
bit more convincing. But you don't want to overdo it because your first one was good enough too.
Yeah.
For a personal best of 5, Talia Benabu. I don't think there's any room for doubt.
Yeah, that's it for sure.
And we're up to a hot start in this third round of
Yeah.
squat. Personal best of 30, personal best of 5, only white lights. Next up is Amaya El Nahal from Malta, 145. Jump of 5 for a personal best of 2.5. See, one thing I personally despise is lifters changing their routine for a third attempt. I want to see you repeat what's been working
Yeah.
for you. That same exact setup, same hand positioning, same routine with your feet.
Yeah.
Get into your own groove.
Yeah.
Let's go to stack PRs in the 76s. Come on!
What a grind.
Woo! Another one, 3 white
Yeah.
lights. I'm loving it right now. 3 for 3 in terms of PR attempts in that third round of squat for the 76B group.
Yeah, and giving us a grind. You always love a grind.
And talking about grind, next up is Elmi Makela from
Yeah.
Finland. Her second attempt was already a grind of
Yep.
142.5. Apparently she's not watching the stream. She's looking to add 5 on that, 147.5. Imagine if she makes it move quicker than the second.
Yeah. Then I think we should leave the stream.
That will pass the mic to Team Finland.
Yeah.
I mean, it is possible if they loaded it. Surely they know how to correct what happened in the second round and make it more convincing.
Yeah.
And that sticking point just too difficult to surpass on the day. No lift.
Yeah, we knew that was gonna be hard.
We were on a hot streak. We wanted a fourth back-to-back personal
Yeah.
best. But to start another streak, we have Dorina Morani from Hungary, 150. She already matched her personal best of 142.5. She's looking to add 7.5 onto that. And keep in mind, she's only 21 years young, 1 year of competitive experience. And she could already be squatting in the 150s.
Yeah, she has some years left on juniors.
Yeah. And already squatting 2-ton body weight. Come on, stand up with it.
That's really good.
And Team Hungary has found the right number. 3 white lights, a good lift. We're back in the PR battle.
Yeah.
So out of 5 attempts, 4 were successful and 4 were personal best. Next up, Kristina Rosman, Slovenia. She opened on 137.5, completely destroyed 145. She's looking to add another 5 on that for a new personal best.
We hope this streak continues.
Hopefully. So no lift this time. It did look like strength. Attempting another 5 made sense.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen sometimes. See, no real technical issue, just a case of strength.
Yeah.
So in that case, you don't really regret anything. You only jumped 5.
Yeah. You didn't lose so much.
Fien Bonaventure, Belgium, opened at 150. Scored a new personal best at 160. She's looking to add another 5.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of personal best attempts.
And this is why those B groups in the juniors are here. It's really a developing ground
Yeah.
for the future A's.
Yeah, for sure.
Three white lights, a good lift. Personal best of 5.
Yeah, she's happy with it.
Another team that's been growing is still Belgium. We know they have a huge ambassador in Sonita, but right behind her, the new generation is starting to push. I'm thinking about Jochen Strube. Mario in the 83s scored a medal. Interestingly enough, Belgium is one of the nations to follow.
Yeah, I think that's we can say that's a trend when there's an upcoming country that maybe doesn't have like quite all the talent pool, but has like a really good lifter, like internationally, especially open. We see then the country starts to develop and some new lifters come in.
Milano Island, 167.5, jump of 5. Wow, that was the exact number on the day. Personal best of 175, but they adapted to 167.5. Props to Team Island for that.
That was great.
Now a surprise score that you're pointing to, Diego Signy, Lara Christine Dautir. She missed 165 on what seemed like a technicality. She's jumping up 5 more kilos to attempt a personal best, 170.
I mean, if it's on lowering on the bar, it's because they think it's possible.
Surely she's done it in training before.
Yeah.
For a personal best.
Oh.
I mean, I think she had the same amount of chances to score that attempt as the previous one, so why not bump it up to a personal best? See what happens. But only 1 for 3 for Team Iceland in the squat event for Christine Dautir. 2 more squats to go. Next up in the O'Neill Island, 172.5, jump of 7.5 for a personal best of 2.5. I think she has the strength. It's just a question of bar positioning and overall balance.
Yep.
Wow, that's much better than the second. The bar did not move. She completely destroyed it. 3 white lights, a good lift.
Much better.
And when you know what to correct, you can trust yourself with another 7.5. She did just that. She has the biggest squat of the B group so far and only one squats to go. Veronika Sigutova from Czechia, 175, 3 red place in the B group.
Yeah, that's a huge squat.
That's a good squat for a 76B. Wow, lovely third.
She definitely had another 5, I think.
Yeah, I agree. 3 white lights, a good lift. If she keeps on scoring like that, she's going to be pushing one of your lifter in the A group
Yeah.
for the top 10.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's it for the squat of the 69s and 76Bs. We'll be back in 9 minutes time, Diego, for bench press. See you then. The break is over. It is time for bench press for the 69s and 76Bs here for the 2025 European Sub-Junior and Junior Classic Powerlifting Championships, still live from Druskininkai, Lithuania, presented by Maniac Fitness. My name hasn't changed. I'm still Alexander Dan. To my right is Diego Rives,
Here we are.
the head coach for the junior team of Spain. So bench press, very technical lift. Multiple lights can come on.
Yeah.
We've seen multiple things going right and multiple things going left in the bench press. We'll talk about that as the opportunity arises. First lifter out, Morgan Bouvy from Belgium, 70 kilos. Hopefully by now the coaching staff have learned the lesson
Yeah.
to open maybe a bit more conservatively as they were anticipating to.
Yeah, we've seen 2 changes for this flag.
Yeah, the Estonian and the Croatian.
Yeah, I think it was good.
All 3 commands received and respected. 3 white lights. First command being the start command when you present the bar correctly, fully extended, points of contact on the bench. Second command is the press command when you stabilize the bar on your chest and lower the elbows enough. And the rack command once the movement is completed. Now setting up on the bench for the same opening attempt, Vanessa Nikitina, Estonia.
Yeah, we have 4 attempts at 70, so we'll see who does it better.
Exactly. It doesn't get much better than that.
That was good. So it was similar to the bench.
So 3 white lights, a good lift. Just like you said, 70 again for Olivia Ardingham, Ireland. She went 2 for 3 in the squat, managed 157.5 and missed her personal best of 162.5.
Really nice also.
A bit of suspense from our
Yeah.
left side referee. I think it's not up to him, it's maybe the remote that's like
Yeah,
in.
it doesn't work.
But 3 white lights, a good lift. That's just I saw the lifter starting to get stressed out. I look, why isn't the light coming on?
Yeah.
Is there anything wrong with my bench? No, you're absolutely fine. Final opener at 70 for Akaterini Magdalenu, Greece. Squatted 155. Once again, an easy opener. I couldn't tell you who had the easiest out of the 70.
I think all 4 were, pretty good.
Yep, and I think all 4 are going to jump to 75.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, Nella Os, Estonia, 72.5. Yep, as expected. Ireland, Estonia, Greece, and Belgium shooting for 75 in the second round.
It's gonna be interesting who will be
Yeah, they're toe-to-toe in the bench press.
who will win that battle.
I don't know, but I know who has the biggest bench in nominations. It's Eoloa from Italy in the A group. I don't know if she's going to be able to shoot for a record because now the record is Agatha Shitgoes with 158.
Yeah. No, it's hard.
Once again, a very convincing opener.
Yeah, there are some records, I'd say especially in bench maybe, that I think are gonna be hard to get broken, and we'll see them for a long time.
But the thing is, this record was established after the elbow death rule, so you would think it's easier to catch up because it's the same rule for everyone.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's Agatha Shitgoes record. It's not anyone's record.
Yeah. Thinking about this record also, for example, in the 63s with Alba Bostrom.
Oof.
Yeah.
Carla Baliceva, Croatia, 77.5. A bit shaky on the chest, but it goes up pretty smoothly. 3 white lights.
Really good.
Now to the Croatian Laura Vulic, 77.5.
Really easy.
And 3 white lights, a good lift. I want to see that from the front angle, because from afar it looked like the bar never completely stopped.
Yep. Was a quick press command.
See, it
Yep.
never stopped.
Yeah, I was a bit worried about elbow depth, but seems fine.
I mean, no possibility for the jury intervention when it's 3 white lights on the platform. Renata Costa, Portugal, 80 kilos. She's opening on her personal best.
Whoa.
No complaints with that opener. Was 3 white lights.
Yeah, I think she'll be fine for her personal best.
Yeah. Anything she adds onto that will be a personal best.
Yeah.
Would you be comfortable loading 5?
Yeah, I think maybe. I mean, I think 5 is there for sure. The problem is that I don't know if she'll be able to get 87, so
Mm.
maybe it makes more sense to jump to 82 and then 85.
Dainora Karaitita, Lithuania, 80 kilos. A match personal best. Good enough, 3 white lights.
It's interesting also, I think that she has, don't you think that she has like the wrist wraps like really high on
Yeah, I think
her
they're a
forearm?
bit more placebo than
Yeah.
anything else. They're positioned like as if they were a watch, not
Yeah.
really wrist wraps. They don't really offer support in that position.
I mean, if it works, it works. So
Manon Kluvers, Switzerland, 82.5. Great control.
yeah, made it look easy.
3 white lights, a good lift. Yeah, she's adapted to the elbow depth rule
Yep.
correctly.
Yeah, I feel like most of the people have actually adapted, and it's not an issue anymore.
Now Esther Tomatic, Hungary, 82.5. Oh, she might have tried to press before the command. Apparently not.
Yep.
3 white lights. We
Think-
saw some movement from afar. How?
Yeah, I think maybe it wasn't like skipping the press command, but maybe she hovered like a little bit on her.
That was, come on, that was skipping
Yeah.
the press command. But she timed it well, so
Yeah.
she received whites, but this could not have passed.
Yeah.
Morgan Bouvy, Belgium, looking to jump 5. Everyone scored the opener. Time for some improvements. And it looks like almost everyone in the flight is jumping 5 except Balicevac from Croatia. 3 white lights, a good lift.
Yeah, I think between 2.5 and 5 is usually like the usual jump I think
Yeah.
you should make in these kind of weights.
Pretty often we see 5 then 2.5.
Yeah, I wouldn't go 7 usually.
Nah, me either.
Maybe 2 if it's like a really technical bench.
Vanessa Nikitina from 70 to 75. Significantly slower than an opener, but to be expected for a second. 3 white lights, a good lift. I think 2.5 is the only way to go.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it makes sense to jump another 5.
Olivia Ardingham, Island 75. Three white lights, a
That was
good
good.
lift.
I also think with this kind of pads, like really hard pads, it's sometimes difficult to predict the top end, and maybe you feel like you have another 5, but maybe 2.5 is the way to go, and 5 can actually make the difference.
And the thing is too, in the squat event, we thought she had an easy 5 in her,
Yeah.
and she didn't.
Yeah.
And she went 2 for 3, so we might be seeing the same scenario in the bench press event. Following the same game plan, Akaterini Magdalenu from Greece, 75.
Yeah.
3 white lights, a good lift. And when a lifter starts to flatten up while he presses, what would you cue him or her for the third attempt to be successful?
I mean, to be honest, I don't find it like a problem in the way that it should be addressed. I mean, I think it could work, but maybe I don't think I would like cue something like in the comp. I don't
Okay.
usually like to cue many things in the comp because I think like lifters usually just don't follow it. They have all the things in their mind. But maybe you can make some adjustment in also programming and trying to like really aim the part.
Okay. So it's a lesson to be learned on the day and adapted to programming afterwards. Anela Os, Estonia, 77.5. And adding 5 doesn't really slow her down.
Yeah,
3 white
that's
lights, a good lift.
Yeah, but you made a good point. I mean, I know that some countries tend to do it and some others like quite don't. I mean, I think that when you cue a lifter like in competition, it should be like a simple cue, like
Maybe
an
you-
easy
you-
adjustment.
Maybe you cue him something that is just a recall of what he's usually
Yeah,
doing. But if
yeah.
it's something brand new, maybe don't do it inside the
Yeah,
competition.
that's true. Yeah, and maybe like not trying to cue them in the way that, listen, this is what I think you're doing wrong. Here's how to make the adjustment, but if that's moving in a different way or doing something that it's new to them, I wouldn't cue them.
Carla Balicevac, Croatia, 80 kilos. The only athlete jumping 2.5. And by the looks of it, it
Yeah.
made sense. No lift.
I think it also depends on the lifter. Some lifters like want to know what's happening, how to make the adjustment, and now like I wouldn't say more invested, but you know they don't need to be in their own zone like too much. And other lifters, you almost can't talk to them because they want
Yeah,
to just
because
like
they're in their own zone,
execute.
flow state.
Yeah.
So from what you're saying, I'm getting a vibe that the only cue you should be giving is a reminder or a confidence boost. The rest is for
Yeah.
outside the comp.
Yeah, personally, it's like what I like to give usually.
Okay. Laura Vulic, Croatia, 82.5, jump of 5. A bit more leg drive than her opener.
Yeah, that was really easy. I think she's fine.
She seemed to have surprised herself with that second attempt.
Yeah. See, this is what I told you, that maybe you think you have another 5, maybe 2.5 should be the way to go. I think she'll be fine for another 5.
You know what? In that case, I would go for 2.5s.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think 5 might be a bit ambitious with
Yeah.
that kind of leg drive. You might
and
slip, you
sink
might
it a little
collapse.
bit. Yep. Yeah, definitely.
Renata Costa, Portugal, jumping 5 from 80 to 85. Personal best of 5 in the making.
That's
3
really
white
right.
lights.
Yeah, and the Croatian jumped only 2.5. Yeah. Also, like coming back to the queuing, I think it's I don't like quite. I don't really like when like queuing lifters that you're like for them only because you're the head coach, but you don't
Mm.
actually coach them because you don't know them as much as their
Yeah,
own
you don't
coaches
want
know
to
them.
interfere or
Yeah, I
something.
mean, I don't want to give somebody that I don't know. At least I just know like the basic stuff. I don't want to cue them something that maybe like it's completely different from what they used to know, and that can mess with their
Mm.
execution and confidence in the lift.
And in the meantime, Tainora Karaitit makes easy work of 85. That's going to be 3 white lights. Reasonable room for a third once again. She doesn't use the widest grip possible.
Yep, it's interesting.
You gotta go with what you feel the strongest.
Yep.
I mean, what we usually say is that the comp variation is just the one you're
Yeah.
strongest in. If it's a tempo 3, whatever, if it's a close grip, then use that
Yeah.
one.
You think you're usually biased into like when you're coaching an athlete, trying to make them go into the widest grip possible, or not?
Not at first, but I'd say I'd try it for a variation.
Yeah.
Malon Clovers, 87.5, jump of 5. Ooh, that's a grind.
Yeah. I
Yeah, you saw
yeah.
something.
I don't think she's. I was thinking maybe she skipped the or she wanted to like skip the press command.
But no yellow, so that
Yeah.
was not the problem. She received the blue for downwards movement.
Yeah. So maybe she hovered a little bit on on the chest. Not sure. Jury seems
Jury's
happy.
moved on, yeah.
Yeah.
So now to Esther Tomacek, Hungary, 87.5. And here Esther is opting for the widest grip possible. You need to cover the rings.
Yep.
That's the widest grip you can get.
Yep.
And it's super efficient for her.
Yeah, really easy.
It's going to be 3 white lights, a good lift. But yeah, I mean, it makes for less range of motion. But the thing is, it's not only getting into position that's important. It's
Yeah.
being able to produce force at the bottom
Yeah,
in that
that's it.
position.
That's
And
it.
it doesn't work for everyone.
Yep. I think it also depends on like your frame.
It does.
Yeah.
And if you sink or not.
Yeah. Also how wide is like your thorax and everything. Actually depends, cause even depends on like yeah your the way you're built. Maybe a 47 that is actually like wider can go with a wide grip and that's good for her.
Mm.
Maybe another one it's almost impossible, I'd say.
But you need to fit it within the row book with that new elbow depth rule, but not
Yeah.
so new anymore actually. But
Yeah, I think the main key is being able to flare your elbows and open them up.
let's see what Morgan Bouvy can do with 77.5 elbows up and up. She's under the bar. She keeps on grinding, but that's too heavy. And that's what a 2.5 can do to your final bench
Yes.
press.
Yeah, also I find usually like talking about wide grip and everything. Usually when you have a wide grip, it's I think it's maybe difficult to grind it because usually the point you get stuck is like off your chest, and it's it's more difficult position to grind instead of maybe a little bit closer grip. But you
But
usually
you need
grind.
strong triceps.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
that.
yeah. You need some strong.
Vanessa Nikitina, Estonia, 77.5. Personal best of 2.5 at stake.
It's not going.
And the field of green is turning red in that third round of bench
Yeah.
press. Same weight for Olivia Ardingham Island.
Yeah, we hope this streak is ending now.
For her, it wouldn't be a personal best, it would be a matched personal best.
was good.
3 white lights, so she's 5 for 6 so far in the competition. Subtotal at 235. It's gonna be the second best subtotal of the flight.
Yep.
And already on the bench for that same third attempt is Akaterini Magdalino from Greece. No lift, unable to equal a personal best on the day.
It's interesting. I didn't notice she's benching with heels.
Yep.
Do you think that's, you like it?
I'd rather go for flats if
Yeah.
possible. When you need to make a choice between blocks or heels, I would go for heels because blocks, you depend on the quality of the blocks.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, heels, you have the same all year long and
Yep.
you adapt to that. So if you're too small, you have leverages that require blocks or heels, I would go for heels.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe the only way that I would go for heels, and it's usually not the way that I like my lifters to perform on the platform, like the bench. It's like when you have the feet like two underneath you,
Yeah, okay.
in order to like make it more convincing that the feet is full on the platform.
Kara battles out 80 kilos for a second time, but this time it goes out. Great recovery from the second round.
Yeah, because also I think like heels tend to feel more sleepy.
Yeah, they're more bound to slip, I would agree.
Yeah. So you have like
But lifters, some of them like to have a lot of pressure on the front of their foot.
Yep.
And heels are useful for that.
yeah, that's true.
For some lifters, also heels are useful for the glutes not to lift off the bench. But I say I would go for flats if I
Yeah.
can.
Yeah, me too.
And then Laos Estonia 82.5 jump of 5. Wow, that was
Not
super close.
Yeah.
She had 81.
Yeah. Yeah, 80 for sure.
But yeah, when it's not a record attempt, you can only jump 2.5s on 2.5s. That's the minimum.
Yep.
So Vulic, Croatia 85,
see
a jump
how it
of
goes.
2.5 above her personal best.
Yeah, we were saying that maybe 87 could go. Yeah, really easy. You think she had 87?
3 white lights, a good lift. The thing is, we would think, judging by that she would have 87, but
Yeah.
we've seen it multiple times. 2.5 on that kind of bench makes a world of a difference.
Yeah.
It could have been super grindy, maybe a bit of down up.
Yep.
Who knows? I think that was the safe choice.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, for sure. I think the bar would have stopped like way more. Maybe she could have ran it out, but yeah. Yeah, I think it was the right call.
Renata Costa, Portugal, 87.5. And just like we say often with Amelia, I would rather get 2.5 than losing 5.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And that's a perfect third attempt from
Yeah.
Renata. 3 white lights, a good lift.
Also, when you have a lifter that wants to go one way and you want to go to in another direction, maybe you think like the lifter is overextending a little bit. Something that I usually say to them is like, make me look like the idiot. Make me look that like I didn't.
I would
get the
love
right
to be
number.
wrong.
Yeah, I would love to be wrong.
Manon Kluver, Switzerland, 90 kilos. Personal best of 2.5. Some pretty clean lifting so far. Every miss was on a strength issue, no technicalities.
Yeah, yeah, actually, really good execution for every lifter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
definitely.
case of strength once again.
I also think it's more common seeing like a more forward position of the foot in the bench. People trying to like optimize like drive or at least try to, you know, relearn it from another perspective.
Deinora Karatita from Lithuania, 90 kilos back-to-back jump of fives. Personal best of 5 in the 69 bench
Yeah,
is a lot.
yeah. We've seen her make some big jumps in the squat, jumping more from her second to her third than from the
And
opener
it
to the
worked
second.
too.
Yeah. Easy
Come on.
going. Wait for the lights.
A bit of wind on the way up, maybe. Was it down up or was it just
Yeah,
movement?
that was
It
good.
was just
That
movement.
was good.
So she's 6 for 6 so far.
Yeah, I was
Back-to-back personal best. That's nice.
I was a bit worried. Maybe the glutes could have come up the bench because usually when you see like that kind of not downward movement, but that kind of movement, it could also be a cause of like the glutes maybe coming off the bench, or maybe sliding. But yeah, seems fine. At the last bench of the 69s.
Yeah, another lifter opening for a 5 kg PB. It's
Yeah.
Esther Tomacek, 92.5.
Really young also.
19 years young. Wow, okay.
Yeah, really. Is. Also something that I've noticed from the 69s that most of them have like some room on the weight class. We see a lot of like 66, 67 body weight. So we'll see how it goes when they fulfill the class.
Yeah, 1 more year of experience, 2 more kgs of muscle mass.
Yeah.
That's a lot of difference.
That's a lot.
That's 40 kilos on your total.
Yeah.
So half of the attempts have been made in that third round for the 69s. Most of them were PR attempts. We love to see it.
Yep.
We're going to move straight into the 76s. Openers ranging from 62.5 to 92.5. First lifter out is Jamaya El Lahal from Malta. Very specific setup. You're allowed to touch the arms with your hands, but not with your feet.
Yep.
And 3 years ago, you were allowed to put your feet on the bench. You're not allowed to do that anymore.
2 years ago, that much?
Yeah, it was 3 years ago already.
Wow. Time flies.
Nice opener. And 3 white lights.
Yeah, I think definitely like not being able now to put your feet on the bench. It's made a huge difference for everybody. Like probably in a good way. Like
Yeah,
I'm sure gym owners will be happy also with that.
in terms of hygiene, yes.
Yeah.
But I think when they prevented lifters from putting their feet on the bench, it was to try and reduce lifters overarching.
Yep.
But then they created the elbow depth rule, so
Yeah. I mean, I don't think that. I think that there's other ways to set up like a peak arch, and you don't need to have your feet placed on the bench.
lifters have adapted,
Yeah.
that's for sure. Now Xeni Lorenza, Cyprus, 65 kilos, that's 5 above our current PB.
Really easy. Yeah, she's making some good progress.
I mean, 30 kilo PB in the squat, opening on a PB in the bench. She's full of surprises.
Yeah.
Surely she's having the best time.
Yeah, for sure. I'm sure she'll be happy.
Now the third attempt specialist, Elmi Makela, surprised us in the squat, going 3 for 3. She had a difficult second at 142.5. Oh no, she missed
Yeah, I think she
147.5. She almost grinded it out, but slightly missed that lockout. She tried to make the best of that low bar positioning, but couldn't manage the third. Jumping 5 was a bit ambitious.
Yeah.
But I mean, the Finnish coaching staff rarely misses.
Yeah.
Let's a good lift. First lifter of the weight class with a belt.
Yep. Do you find useful the belt usually in bench?
I would think it is useful on lifters that are sinking in the bench press because it creates kilos of artificial pressure at the
Yep.
bottom. I'd say it's a bit more placebo for lifters that
Yeah.
soft touch. I don't think you want to prevent your spine from being mobile when you're
Yeah.
setting up
I
the
think
soft
so.
touch.
Yep. Yeah, I think usually it makes sense when you're trying maybe to reuse arcing because maybe you need it for to be able to hit that,
Mm-hmm.
and also maybe with people who struggle with like low back and everything, you should I think you shouldn't struggle because
And Sini Lara does not struggle.
yeah, definitely.
3 white lights a good lift.
I think your arch should come from your thorax and not so much from your low back. But maybe like if you have like the feet like too forward or too backward, maybe having the belt can help you like reduce some pain or like
Okay.
not having that discomfort. Yeah,
Finn
but it's
Bonaventure, Belgium, 82.5. Registered PB, 85. That's an interesting opener. We
yep.
can expect a personal best on the second if this one moves well.
I'd say it's definitely not as important on bench that it is on squat and
Oh
deadlift.
yeah, for sure.
Wow, impressive.
And our TC has went up to our chief ref because I think that next lifter has trouble with hearing. So you need to adapt the commands within the rule book. The chief ref needs to be much closer, or he can even be above the lifter and using hand gestures to
Yep.
give the commands. So Media and you, 85. But if you see chief ref in the frame, you know why. But I'm glad they've adapted the rulebook to that also.
Yeah, yeah.
Powerlifting being an inclusive sport.
Makes easy work.
Yeah, nicely done. 3 white lights. And I like the effort from our chief ref. Screaming press at the top of his lungs
Yep.
for the lifter to be able to hear. That's nice. But one thing I like also is chief ref giving strong commands.
Yeah,
In
me too.
each and every lift, I feel like it urges the lifter.
Yeah.
I like the vibe of a chief rep that's
Yeah.
involved with his fight, making sure everything is safe, checking out the rack, everything. I like the fact that chief ref is like in control.
Yeah, yeah, he's taking the responsibility.
Veronika Sigutova, blink and you'll miss it. 87.5, lightning fast, 3 white lights.
Yeah, I think the chief referee should be like the one like in charge of the rest of the referees in the platform.
Yep.
And yeah, it should be like the main responsible for everything that's going on in the platform.
I mean, it's written within the rulebook that the chief ref is the head of security and safety
Yeah.
on the platform. So he's in charge of that. Even like if the spotters are leaving plates on the ground, he should intervene.
Yeah.
You don't want a spotter slipping up on the plate.
Yeah, definitely.
87.5 for Kristina Rosman, Slovenia.
Really easy.
Yep, very comfortable opener.
So I like. Yeah, I'm sure no chief referee will have problems with cargadores. In Spain.
Cargadores in
Yeah.
Spain.
Some
We-
of the best
I
spotters
think-
in the world.
Yep. Los cargadores de España are some of the best. I'll
Yeah.
say Germany's up there, Czechs are up there, and a great discovery, the Lithuanians
Yeah.
are up there. Only 2 to 3 missed those for this whole championship.
Yeah.
They've been fast, safe,
they're doing
predictable,
Really good.
everything you would want out of a
Yeah.
spotting crew.
Actually, the team in Spain is also growing a lot, like the cargadores.
Mm-hmm.
They have every comp they have 1 or 2 new, and they're making a huge team, and all of them are really fast, lightning fast. You saw it in France.
Yeah, I saw them competing, one side wanting to load the bar before the
yeah,
other.
yeah.
They look like an F1 pit crew out there.
Yep.
Talia Benabou, Israel, 90 kilos. Strong opener once again.
Yeah, really.
3 white lights.
Some really good benches on this bag.
Now the Hungarian Dorina Moriani, 90 kilos. Making sure she extends her elbows. You receive the start command. No complaints whatsoever with that opener.
See, this is what I meant with heels. Like when you have your foot, you feel like too under you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure it helps her with, being able to convince the referees to give her the start command.
Eddie O'Neill Island, 92.5, the final opener for the 76Bs.
Wow.
One thing I want you to pay attention to on the replay is that the head is not really on the bench. It's the barn that's on the bench.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to be clear to see. Yep, I think that's deserving of it. Yellow, she's playing.
Yeah.
I-
Yeah, on the line.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah, I think it's also like like kind of natural when you sing so much that maybe even your head get off of the bench.
Yeah, because
Especially when you descend so fast.
Yeah, I want to see that again in the second round.
Yeah.
How it looks. But the second round is starting with Yamaya El Nayal, 65 kilos, a jump of 2.5.
Good. I think she'll be fine for another 2.5.
Hopefully.
Yep.
Sometimes it is tough to bet on these third attempts.
Mm-hmm.
Surely she's not going to add 5, but is she going to be good for 2.5?
Yeah. I think it also depends on the press command. If it's too long. Wow, another big jump, 7.5.
Yeah, Xeni Lorenza is used to taking those big jumps.
Yeah.
We saw that in the squat. But
Yep.
7.5, it's more than 10% on a 65 kg bench, which is surprising.
Yep. It's a huge jump.
Three white lights, a good lift. Once again, a big jump, this time for Elmi Makela from Finland, from 70 to 77.5. Personal best of 5.
It's a huge jump.
Yeah, it is huge. This is why we like to think about these jumps as percentages and not only weight, because 7.5 on a squat at 150 is not the same as 7.5 on a bench at 70.
Yeah. Yeah, that's for sure.
And it's starting to get grinding.
Yeah.
One yellow from the side. So a yellow indicates a technical foul. Do you see any infraction, Diego?
I don't think she beat the press command, so maybe, yeah.
What are you seeing here?
Yeah, the bad lead maybe.
Yeah, I think the glutes were off the bench. And it seems to slide by the jury. Maybe she maintained
Yeah.
a tiny point of contact.
Yeah, that maybe that's enough.
I know it
Oh,
wasn't.
no.
They've overruled it again to
It's
be
overruled.
as precise as possible with their ruling. But no lift. Jury's overruled Michaela's bench.
Another 7.5 kilo jump.
Yep, Singila Christine Dotier from 80 to 87.5. But a better outcome. 3 white lights, a good lift. And same second attempt, but a smaller jump of 5 of Finn Bonaventure from Belgium. Personal best of 2.5. If she can score the attempt. The exact same setup as our opener. A slightly longer press command because she couldn't quite stabilize the bar as quickly, but 3 white lights, new personal best. And closer to the rack goes our chief ref because Milianu is going to be back on the bench for 90 kilos, jump of 5. She clipped the rack on the way up on the left side, but it didn't prevent her from extending her elbows. 3 white lights, a good lift. And in that case, Diego, the contact with the rack is to be judged helpful or not. If it's not, it's white.
Yep.
If they think it's helpful, it's to be signaled with a yellow light.
Yeah. Yeah, the rule establishes that if the judge thinks or interprets that maybe you ate yourself, like in a way with rack, you should be like related. But I don't think it's usually like the way it usually goes. I mean, I think it's hard to like aid yourself with the rack. So
5 kg jump for Veronika Sigutova, but it
Usually
doesn't go up.
as long as when you clip the rack, the bar doesn't go downwards, it could be fine.
Kristina Roseman, Slovenia, jump of 5 from 87.5 to 92.5, a matched personal best.
Really good.
3 white lights, a good lift. I think she has room for another 2.5 to extend her personal best.
Yeah, I think so.
5 would be a bit ambitious. Dorina Morani, Hungary, a jump of 5. She's also looking to match her personal best.
Yep.
Multiple lifters looking to do that in the second round of bench for the 76Bs.
Do you think she'll go maybe for 100? Do you think this goes right?
Going back to back with the 5s is a tough ask in the 76s, but
We'll see.
I think going with another 5 is going to be
Yeah.
difficult.
Yeah, we'll go with 2.5 also.
Yeah, 3 white lights. I think 2.5 for a new personal best would be the sensible decision.
I think 2.5 should probably have it.
Now to Talia Benabu. 97.5. Jump of 7.5 for a PB of 1.5.
Yeah, that's a huge bench. Because she also has some long arms.
Yep. Can she manage that big of a jump? Oh yes, she's strong enough for it.
Yeah.
3 white lights, load up the 100. Maybe the 102.5. She
Yeah.
wants to be aggressive.
Yeah. I mean, I will go for 100. Get the milestone.
Yeah, because it's a milestone, I
Yeah.
agree.
Maybe move on to the next com and try to surpass it.
Ali O'Neill Island, 97.5. Personal best of 2.5. I think this time the
I think
head is on the
better.
bench.
Yeah, I think it's better. And it shows, yeah, go ahead.
So out of 22 attempts, 2 were misses, and both were in this second round. And those 2 lifters are going for retakes. But other than that, the 2 lifters we were expecting to be in the 100s have decided to be aggressive with it.
Yep.
Moyani jumping 5, Ben Abu jumping 5.
Yeah.
Interesting round of bench starting with Jamaya El Nal. 67.5 back to back with the 2.5s. Try and extend a personal best.
Good.
And it's gonna be 3 for 3
Yeah,
in
that
the
was a
bench
solid
press.
time.
Well, you know bench press is not your strong suit, and you can still collect a personal best to move on with 3 for 3. That's a good bench press, man.
Yeah.
You've survived bench, now it's time for deadlifts.
Yep.
Zeni Lorenza, Cyprus, 75. She went for a big jump from the second to the third. Not that big of a jump from the second to the third,
Yeah.
excuse me. So 2.5.
Yeah, I think that's the number.
Yeah, I mean, she PR'd by 30 in the
Yeah.
squat, and that's already a PR of 10 in the bench.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think she's good for it.
She's happy with it.
And that's some good refereeing too, because it shakes on the way up,
Yep.
but it never dips. No blues from our refs. Nicely done. Now to Elmi Makela from Finland, retaking 77.5. She missed it in the second round. It did seem like a big jump.
Yeah, she had some troubles with the butt lift, so we'll see if she's able to make the adjustment.
Yeah, when you go for such big jumps, sometimes you want to be too aggressive with the leg drive to try and secure
Yep.
the attempt. In that case, you have to trust your pecs, your triceps to kick in. No glute movement, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And it keeps on going up. She locks
She
it out.
lines it up. Yeah,
3
we
white
were lights
lights.
now. Yeah.
I mean, you have to tip your hat to that. She managed to correct what happened in the second round, secure the attempt. No glute lifting, 3 white lights.
It's a relief for her, I'm sure.
Fine Bonaventure, Belgium, attempting a 3 for 3 in the bench press events. She wants to extend her personal best by 2.5. 3 white lights, good lift, new personal best for Belgium. Solid outing, 165 in the squat, 90 in the bench. She's looking good on the day.
Yep.
She's improved her squat by 5, improved her bench by 2.5. Hopefully she can do the same in the deadlift. Now Lara Kristin Dottir, Iceland, 92.5. This is to match her personal best. She's only went 1 for 3 in the squat, could only manage 155. She missed 165 and then 170.
Yeah. Yeah, she's a bit aggressive with the call, so.
Yep, she's not good for it.
Not good.
Too much of a jump. No lift. And like I said, it looks like a strength issue on the day, but maybe it's carrying too much fatigue from another close prep. Who knows?
Yeah,
Difficult
who knows?
travel, difficult weight cut.
It's difficult when you come from back-to-back preps.
It is. Because lifters have to fight in their own country to be there.
Yeah.
Now a retake from the second round, Veronika Sigutova, Czechia, 92.5.
Way better. Wow.
Wow.
It was definitely like technicality on the second one. Seems like a strength issue, but definitely wasn't.
When you're fighting the wrong bar path, it can look like a
Yeah.
strength issue.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, but coming back to what we were saying, like when you have to go back to back from one prep to another, maybe worlds, maybe not nowadays. Are usually like nationals are done like in September, October. So maybe like September going to worlds, October going into nationals, and then December going into
Yeah, back-to-back
Euros,
preps
yeah.
with high-level lifting too.
Yeah, it's rough.
Maybe I knew Ireland 92.5 for a new personal best of 2.5.
It's going.
2 to 1, a good lift. 1 yellow for timing
Yeah.
the press with the command, I'd say that. Would you look at that? It starts to move almost right away,
Yeah.
but I think she met the
I
command.
think she
I'm not
did.
sure it's going to be enough to get overturned. They're thinking about it in the jury, still looking at the replay. And they start to sit back in their chairs. I think she'll be fine with
Yeah.
that.
She's good.
4 more attempts to go. Already on the bench is Kristina Rosman, Slovenia, 95, jump of 2.5 for that same amount of a personal best. It was going to be a grinder regardless,
Yep.
but it doesn't go up. Not much to say on that replay. Technically sound, great tension, just too
Yeah.
heavy.
Too heavy. Too heavy for them.
It is now Moriani's turn to attempt her third bench. She's going for a 5. She wants that milestone of 100. We were expecting more of a 2.5, but is the milestone sufficient extra motivation to be
Yeah.
able to score it?
We'll see. Oh.
What can we say? I think we saw this one coming.
Yeah, I think 97 could have gone. But I understand the
Yeah, going
the
for 100,
motivation, going for 100. Yeah.
especially in the B group.
Yep. That's a lot.
Talia Benabu, 102.5. Once again, we were expecting maybe just the milestone,
Yep.
100, but she looks strong enough for a possible 102.5. But with a range of motion, 5 kilos is a lot more.
Yeah. It's a huge difference. She didn't care about the milestone.
Maybe she's done it before in training. She's like,
Yeah.
I've been there, done that. I want 102.5.
Yeah.
Ah, that's way too heavy. Unfortunately, no lift for Talia.
Yeah, I think
It's
also was.
it's easy to say in hindsight, but she seems to be a bit disappointed with her technique.
Yeah.
She thought she would have been able to manage the weight, but she wasn't.
I think she descended also like too fast, so maybe that causes some issues with the touch point and everything.
And going back to back with the 5 kg jumps, Eileen O'Neill to close out the bench for the 76Bs, 102.5.
Wow.
To the one, he good lift, 1 yellow for the glutes lifting off the bench. We're gonna have to see that on the replay to see if that final attempt is indeed successful. Boy, the glutes are way up in the air. I don't know how that one slid. The jury's
Yeah.
overruled. No
Still
lift, of
overruled, so no
course.
lift. Yeah.
So in the end, the final attempt for O'Neill is not a good lift. But hopefully, we'll start the deadlift in 9 minutes with a good lift.
Yep.
See you then. break is over. We are back live on the EPF YouTube channel for the 2025 European Sub-Junior and Junior Classic Powerlifting Championships presented by Maniac Fitness. It is time for the deadlift for the 69Bs and 76s Bs. First lifter out would be Dainora Karatic from Lithuania, 140 kilos. And in the opening round, the deadlifts will go as far up as 170 for Carla Balicevac. To my right is still Monsieur Diego Rives from Spain. Mr. Head Coach, how are you feeling?
Yes, sir. Here we are. Good, really good.
It's deadlift time.
Excited to see deadlifts.
Might not be strategy time because it's the B group, but still very important to close out your day on a high note.
Yeah, there was fun. Definitely like. Do you think it's the most fun lift out of the three?
Maybe for the crowd at least.
Yeah.
I know some deadlifters are not very fan of the deadlifts, but
I'm not a fan of that.
and the first one opener is very solid from the Lithuanian. We move straight into Olivia's opener, 145. Back-to-back conventionals in the women's side of deadlift. It's not usual, but
Yeah,
love to see that.
really solid.
3 white lights, a good lift. And she has a pretty wide stance too for a conventional.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Now Laura Vulic, Croatia, 147.5. PV of 165. Hopefully this one absolutely flies off the ground.
Yep. Another convention.
Yeah, 3 conventional back to back to back. And same opening attempt for Ekaterini Magdalenu from Greece.
Yeah, really good.
Not the most progressive wedge into the bar we've seen. Still a pretty snappy pool, 3 white lights, a good lift, she's on the board. Renata Costa, 155 for the Portuguese. Three white lights, a good lift. We're cruising through these openers. So far, so good. Next up, Morgan Bouvy, 155 for the Belgian. Three white lights. That was more of a controlled sumo when you compare it to Magdalenu's sumo.
Yeah, that's also the good thing about sumo is that it can really vary in between lifters. Like maybe some execute it one way, maybe another one.
Some years ago, we thought that you could not grind a sumo, but
Yep.
we see more and more sumo grinds now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Esther Tomacek, Hungary, also 155.
That's good.
Very effective technique.
I think it also depends on your leverage. You know,
Yeah,
the length of your limbs.
you would think that this is not that wide of a sumo when you compare it to the plates, but
Yep.
when you compare it to her frames, she's actually very wide.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Manon Clever, Switzerland's 157.5. PB of 165 when I judge by this opener. Surely some progress happened in the gym.
Yeah. Not a conventional.
Yeah, majority of the flight lifting conventional.
Yeah.
More of a difficult opener
Yeah.
when we compare it to the previous ones. But 3 white
It's
lights, a
maybe
good
bit hard,
lift.
but
And I would think that the trend of comparing sumo to conventional, saying that sumo might be a cheat code, has faded away. I think it might
yeah.
have died. People have realized that it's a game of leverages and personal preferences.
Yep.
Lifters that are strong conventional are saying that sumo is a cheat code because they cannot
They cannot do
sumo
it.
and be
Yeah.
strong in it. And the opposite is also true. So
Yep.
I think people have realized that it's a game of leverages and optimizations, and you pull in which one you're the strongest,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah, I feel like maybe some years ago it was even more common to see sumo because everybody thought that it
Yeah.
would be like the move, but
Yeah, and
I-
some
I don't
people are
think it's-
switching back to conventional
Yeah.
nowadays.
I don't think it's meant for everybody.
Vanessa Nikitina makes easy work of 160. 2-1, a good lift. 1 yellow. Did she drop the bar on the way down?
I don't think so. I don't think she just keep the command, so
And the other yellows could have been for stepping. Yeah, I think this
Yeah.
is what's to be signaled here, but if the step is after the down command, it's not to be signaled with a
Yep.
yellow. Another attempt at 116, the opening round, this time for Anela also Estonia.
solid.
Yeah, solid
Do you
lifting.
prefer to work when you work with lifters? Do you prefer to work with sumo or conventional? I mean, which one are you more biased into?
I think a conventional is easier to program.
You feel like?
Yeah.
Huh?
And technique is also more predictable
Mm-hmm.
in conventional. But sumo is my favorite because
Yeah.
most of my lifters are strong in sumo,
Okay.
but I feel like conventional is easier to program. But
Okay.
you do not really seem to agree with me, which is interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I think conventional can be easier to program in a way that usually it's not. Like,
I feel like it's very reliable.
yeah, I am like, yeah, technical wise, it's definitely more reliable than sumo. Usually, like conventional people cannot like tolerate as much work, so usually it's easier to program in the sense of like the I'd say like what works for people are usually like more like yeah I'll say like usually you find people tend to respond like similar to a way of programming conventional. Like there's not so much variables going into conventional that there are going into sumo as long as programming.
And as you were explaining your preferences, Kala made easy work of an opener, 3 white lights. So that closed out the first round of deadlifts, and she completely tops out the class. She has a 10 kilo gap to the closest deadlifter so far. I don't know if with an opener at 170 she can try and make a push for the A group, because we have some massive deadlifts in the A group, 202.5, 200, 250.5 for some of these. So
Yeah.
we'll see, but it's a strong opener. Opening the second round is Olivia Hardingham Island, 152.5.
Yeah, we see the trend of conventional again.
That's good. Yeah, solid opener. If she can reproduce that jump, she'll be matching her personal best. Who knows if she'll be good for it? We'll have to
Will
wait.
you go for it?
It's a B group, it's the final attempt, it's the third deadlift. Yes, I would load it
Yeah.
up, except if the lifter says I'm not good for it.
Yeah,
But if the lifter wanted it, I would load it.
load it up. Yeah.
Dino Akaraitita from Lithuania, 155, jump of 15.
Wow. Massive jump.
It still looks relatively comfortable. 3 white lights. She's good for at least another 10. Katerini Magdalenu, Greece 155, jump of 7.5. This would be a 5 kg personal best. Her opponent was a bit scrappy even though it moved well.
Yep.
A bit more precise with the hips, but a sticky lockout. 3 white lights from Magdaleno. Now the Croatian Laura Vulic. Jumping 10 from 147.5 to 157.5. She stands up with it. 3 white lights, a good lift. She's 7.5 away of her personal best. Once again, do you load it up?
Well, yeah. I mean, I would load up another 5 maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be comfortable with the 5, but if the lifter wants to go for 7.5 inside the B group, once again, I'll be good for it.
Would you do? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it depends on. Maybe if she prefers to, get on not easy, but a more secure third attempt.
The thing
Maybe
is, she's
going
not
for
really playing for team points,
Yeah.
so no real
Yeah.
need to be safe.
Yeah, that's true.
Morgan Bouvy, Belgium, jump of 10, that's 165. Solid second attempt. She just needs another 2.5 to match her personal best. I think she should load a 5 and work for a
Yeah.
new PB.
Yeah, I think 5 is done.
But you can kind of guess that grip is starting to be an issue on the left hand side.
In the pro hand.
Hest Automatic Hungary, jump of 10, also 165. Her PB is also 167.5. Yeah, that's still
Yeah,
a
that's
very
really good.
comfortable pool. 3 white lights. I'd be
She's
comfortable with more than 5 here.
Yeah, I think 7 should go.
Next lifter out, Renata Costa, Portugal. She opened with 155. She's jumping 12.5 to beat her personal best by 2.5.
Big jump also.
Wow, she had every right to be confident with
Yeah,
that jump.
seems to work.
3 white lights, new personal best.
All good attempts until now, so that's good.
The jumps that we're seeing are pretty predictable in a sense that they are not pulling for positions.
Yeah,
But I'm pretty sure that inside the A group, we're going to see a few different strategies.
yeah, for sure.
And then the US Estonia 167.5, jump of 7.5 to beat her personal best by 2.5. She makes great use of a fingertip grip,
Yep.
and it works for her. Manon Cluver, Switzerland, from 157.5 to 170. PB attempt a 5 as expected.
Yeah, not a big jump. Yeah, she fights for it. Oh, is it going? Yeah.
She received the down command, took a bit of time for her to convince the chief ref that that was locked out.
Yeah, that was good.
3 white lights, but now it's gonna be a
Yeah.
real fight looking to add anything
Would
onto
you go
that.
for the third one?
Yes, of course I would.
Yeah.
I would, but maybe just another 2.5, maybe 5 with some more baby powder. But I would attempt something.
Really?
Yeah. It's a B group, time to have some fun. Try and empty the tank on a third.
Yeah. Yeah, she's definitely gonna empty the tank.
Hey, she received 3 white lights.
Yeah.
Vanessa Nikitina, Estonia, 172.5, jump of 12.5.
Maybe she could go for some on her third and see how it goes.
Who knows? Lovely second attempt.
That's good.
3 white lights, a good lift. And so far, so good. Every attempt has been successful. I know the media team believes in the commentator's curse, so they won't like me saying that on the mic, but it is true. So far, so good. Final attempt of the second round. 175 for Carla Balicevac, Croatia. But if she fails, I might start being a believer.
I didn't want to take the risk.
For a 22nd attempt made for field of green, the Croatian Carla Balicevac. Starting to be nervous now.
Yeah, a lot of pressure. Okay,
There we go.
I think you're safe.
The curse is
Yeah.
not real. 3 white lights, 22 out of 22 so far in the deadlift event. I'm not going to be attempting those things in the third round, of course. I'm a gambler, but not that much of a gambler.
Not that much.
So the third round will be starting off with Olivia Ardingman from Ireland, 155. She's not loading up the 160. She's only looking to add 2.5. Close out her day on 390. Oh, you know what? She might have had more.
Yeah. I think 2.5 more was definitely.
3 white lights. And she hits the an emote. Peace sign. I'm out for the day. Pretty solid day for her. Not a PB total, but a well-rounded performance. Next up, Laura Vulic, Croatia, 162.5, a jump of 5. That would give her 397.5.
She said that.
Wow, that's a different beast now on the platform. She's a bit more hemmed up.
And it's working. Yeah. Nice.
She was still able to maintain a proper technique even though she was super amped up.
Yeah.
3 white lights in 3 for 3 in the deadlift event.
Yeah, also that's difficult sometimes when you're like really amped up. Maybe you get too rigid,
Yeah,
too stiff. And that's why the opposite thing you need to do in a deadlift. Yeah, glad she did it.
Katerini Magnalinu, Greece, 162.5, jump of 7.5 for that same amount of a personal best.
Yep.
392.5 total at stake. That'll be a PB total of 7.5. So deadlift will be the deciding factor. That left knee is extended, that right isn't.
Yeah.
It's synchronization that cost her that lift.
Yep. Yeah.
Now into the Lithuanian Dainora Karatsite. She opened on 140 kilos, then jumped 15 to
Another
155.
big jump.
She's adding 12.5 on that for 167.5. 420 total in the making. Her previous PB total is 382.5 for 37.5 kg PB. Wow!
It's really easy.
How does
Really
that
easy to
happen?
open.
She was nominated at the bottom, 20th nomination. 420 would give her the 11th place. That's plus 9 in the rankings.
Wow. Yeah.
Great improvements being made.
That's like how much?
Plus 37.5
wow,
on her
big total
nomination.
PB, yeah. Wow.
Now Renata Costa, Portugal, 175, 3 red plates. That's a milestone in the deadlift.
Yeah. Yeah.
She was nominated with 387.5.
Yeah.
That would give her 407.5.
Yeah, she's already crossed the 400 barrier.
Yep.
Also
Another milestone.
Yeah, another big milestone.
And plus 20 on her total.
It's going.
Wow.
Yeah. Look it out.
We love lifters making huge improvements
Yeah.
like that. 3 white lights, a good lift. Solid day for the Portuguese team in the 76s.
Great work.
Next up, Morgane Bouvy, Belgium. She's also shooting for 175. Her PB is 167.5 in the deadlift event. She was nominated with 390. That would give her 400. One strong final pull.
Yeah.
It doesn't break the floor. I think she
That's
matched her
good.
personal best total, and then she wanted to go for the
Yeah.
milestone of 400.
It was not there on the day.
Yeah, it was going to be a stretch, a bit of a Hail Mary pool, but we can understand the call.
Yeah. Worth trying.
Same third attempt for Manon Cluver, Switzerland. PB of 5 in the deadlift. 407.5 in total if she manages this. She was nominated with 370. So 37.5 kg PB at stake.
Huge PB also. Some huge improvements.
I think she
Yeah.
lost her proper position at the bottom. So no
Yeah.
lift, but still a massive personal best total.
Yeah, the second one was also a big grind. So
Yeah, I mean 402.5, 32.5 kg PB. That's a solid day.
Yep.
Another 175 and not even the last. This one's for Esther Tomacek, Hungary. Jump of 10, PB of 7.5 in the deadlift. 415 in total. So personal best of 22.5. We told you, the B group is made for
yeah.
developing the lifters. Yeah, we're seeing lots of improvements.
Good.
Yeah, solid final attempt. 3 white lights. A strong day for Team Hungary too.
And now we see two stone and lifters back to back.
First one out for 175 is Aneta Us. She's jumping 7.5 above her personal best deadlift.
Oh,
No lift. Just look like strength.
yeah.
Sometimes you run out of steam on the day, you're a bit too ambitious with your final deadlift, but
Yeah.
still a strong outing.
It's also difficult to, being able to lock out when you have that much flexion in your upper back.
The final two deadlifts for the 69s, Vanessa Nikitina, Estonia 180, jump of 7.5, PB of 2.5 in the deadlift, 410 in total. She was nominated with 397.5, so improvement once again.
Yeah. She runs to it.
Yeah, she was gonna get that 3 white lights personal best of 12.5 in total. Bar is loaded for Carla Balicevac, Croatia, 180, jump of 5. .410 total, third position in the B group. To beat our nominated total by 8. Nice battle for that final deadlift. 3 white lights, good lift. And
She's happy with it.
all but 3 lifters have improved their nominated total.
Yeah. This will be like, I'd say, quite a successful 10 round. Only
Hopefully the 76s can do as well as the
Yeah.
69 did. Because out of 11 lifters, having 9 of them going for a PR total, that's
Yep.
pretty good.
That's really good. Yeah, definitely.
So the biggest total of the B group will be one of the biggest improvement too. It's 420 for Deinora Karatita. 420 could possibly land her a top 10 finish. We'll see later on. Because the 9th nominated is Ida Janez. She's nominated with 435. A steep step to climb, but maybe a top 10.
Yep.
We move straight into the 76s. 11 of them still on the board. Opening at 145 is Jenny Lorenza from Cyprus, and we go as far up as 180 with Veronika Sigutova. And just with that, she matches our PB deadlifts, but she already improved her total by 40 kilos.
Yeah. Wow.
Now the finish, Elmi and Michaela. She's 4 for 6 so far. She missed both of her third attempts.
Yeah.
145 seems to be a reasonable opener, judging by the fact that she's deadlifted 157.5 in the past. Yep, that's solid. She secures a total in the competition. In a B group, that's really the goal. Just trying to secure in total.
Yeah.
Convince the ref that you can lock out a deadlift.
Yeah, you don't want to
And then
overreach.
improve as much as possible. Samaya El Nahal, Malta, 147.5. PB deadlift of 170.5. Three white lights, a good lift.
Maybe
We know a conventional can get really grindy, but I'm sure she's worthy of 170 judging by the opener.
Yeah, you don't think she has another 23?
I think she'll need to be a bit more amped up if
Yep.
she were to attempt
Yeah,
it.
probably. I mean, maybe I think she'll go for, yeah, 160. That's what it was.
I mean, hype is a weapon. You need to control it.
Yeah.
And opening it maybe a bit too high would mean you run out of steam for the third.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll see what she can do with 160 and then we'll judge.
I think it's difficult to, maintain like a high level of arousal.
Yeah, for 3
Oh,
hours in a
yeah.
competition,
Definitely. It's
you
difficult.
need to have a turn on button.
Yeah. You need to know when to, calm down a little bit and when to prepare yourself.
Media annual 157.5. That's super easy, super comfortable. 3
Easy
white
work.
lights, a good lift. Now on to Sini Lara Kristindottir. 3 for 6 so far in the competition. 1 squat, 2 benches. She's opening 20 kilos below her PP deadlift. And with 3 misses, it's going to be tough to try and match her PB total of 440. But that's a nice first pull, 3 white lights. Same weight already loaded for Kristina Rosman, Slovenian, opening with 160. The world junior record is 250.5. It belongs to an athlete we'll be seeing later on in the day, Zuzana Masur from Poland. And the open world record is 261.5, belonging to another Polish, but an open one, Agata Shitkos.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know
what's happening in
what's
Poland with
happening in
this
Poland
women's.
with the we're maybe missing something.
69s and 76 out of Poland are
Crazy.
best in the world.
Yeah.
Ali O'Neill Island 165. The second best forecasted total in the B group. Pretty solid first ball, Diego.
Yep. Yeah, she seems to struggle a little bit locking out, standing the hips, but I think she'll be fine to cover some ground.
Now to Talia Berabu 167.5. And I like the coach in you that's watching the replay with the strong intention of trying to gauge how much she has left in the tank. So Talia, supposedly one of the biggest deadlifters of the B group.
Yeah, long arms.
Yeah, but long femurs too.
Yeah, long limbs. Yeah. Yeah, she's really tall for the weight class.
Yeah, I agree. Could be a 84
Yeah.
in the making, but only 20 years young. 74.65 on the dot.
Yeah.
And a strong first
Yeah.
pull for Talia. 3 white lights.
You see, maybe it's a bit slower of the floor, but once she gains minimum mechanical advantage, she just pops it out.
And apparently she doesn't even need baby powder the way she
Yeah.
lifts. Dorina Moriani, Hungary 172.5.
Maybe she forgot, and we'll see her later.
We saw even in the 63s the best in the world, Betty Obora, opening without
Yeah.
baby powder and then putting some on for the second and
Yeah.
third. So Dorina squatted 150, benched 95, missed 100 in the third round. And that's a pretty difficult opener at 172.5. I'm not sure what to make of that opener, Diego.
Yeah. Maybe take a more conservative jump to the second one. See where it lands, and then
Yeah, you
maybe.
didn't see anything, like, technically speaking, that could
No,
be
I think
corrected for it to be better in the second round?
I think it was good. I mean, I wouldn't. I don't think she did like any mistake, technical
Okay.
mistake. I think that's just the way she lives.
Now, Finn Bonaventure, Belgium, also 172.5.
Yeah.
Very easy. 3 white lights. And the final attempt of the first round for this 76s belongs to Veronika Sigutova, the Czech, opening with 180. She has the biggest forecasted total out of the B group. 447.5 based on this opener. She needs something along the lines of 470 to make a push for top 8, top 10.
Yeah. Yeah, I think she'll be fine for it.
3 white lights. So everyone's on the board in the 76s. I'm looking at the range of second attempts. Most lifters are moving up by at least 10. We're seeing multiple jumps of 12.5. It's going to be interesting to see because 12.5 for 76s is starting to be a big jump.
Yep.
Quick brush at the bar to prevent chalk and baby powder to add up. It's even more important when we have lifters switching from conventional to
Yeah.
sumo. There are interferences with these two techniques.
Yeah.
Xavier
12 and a half,
Lorenza, Cyprus.
jump.
Yep, 12.5. 157.5 her second attempt. It's only PBs from now on once again.
Yeah.
And 3
Slams
white
it.
lights.
Yeah, she's happy with it.
I mean, I would be happy. PB
Yeah.
of 30 in the squat, PB
Yep.
of 10 in the bench, and already a PB of 12 in the deadlift. Stellar improvements.
Yeah.
Now the finish, Elmi Makela, 157.5. She's looking to match her personal best deadlift. And she does just that.
Yeah, really easy.
I don't think she'll be able to cover the ground she lost
Yeah.
in the squat and in the bench,
Yeah,
but
she
still a
lost some-
pretty strong outing.
Yeah, she lost some kilos. I think it's important now for her to not overextend, not overreach, and
Yeah, finish on a high note,
Yeah.
go 3 for 3.
take what she has.
Samaya El Nahal, Malta, 160, jump of 12.5. Three white lights. She would need to jump 12.5 for a personal best, 10 for a match personal best. Seems like quite a stretch, quite a reach, but Hey, she's a grinder.
Yeah. Yeah, I think trying to match her personal best will be hard, and maybe not what she needed, but we'll see.
Melee Anu Island 167.5, jump of 10. This would already give her a PB total of 10.
Yep.
Nice work. 3 white lights, PB total of 10, and some room for a third. And maybe another 7.5.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Sinilara Kristendottir, Iceland. Went 1 for 3 in the squat, 2 for 3 in the bench. She's looking at it 2 for 2 in the deadlift event with that jump of 12.5. To the 1, a good lift. Yep, not the most convincing lockout we've ever seen.
Yeah.
Shoulders were a bit too forward for the right hand referee's liking.
We'll see.
But I think
Yeah.
it'll pass.
Green light. No. Could go either way.
They've relaxed a bit on that rule, I think.
Whoop.
They've relaxed a bit on
Yeah.
that rule.
Yeah.
You don't see that many overturns for shoulders.
Yep. I think the same.
Kristina Rosman, Slovenia, 172.5, jump of 12.5.
Wow.
It's much more of a fight, but 3 white lights, she matches her nominated total.
Really speedy off the floor. Struggles a little bit to extend hip.
Yep, she resisted nicely.
Yeah.
Because it could have been supporting on the thighs.
Yep.
Now into Eiley O'Neill, Ireland, 175, jump of 10. This is for 445 in total, the second best total of the B group. A PB total of 2.5. But she just picks it up pretty
Yeah.
casually.
She doesn't overthink.
I think she can squeeze in another 5 to try and extend her
Yeah.
new personal best.
Yeah. I think it's worthy.
Now Talia Benabu, 180, jump of 12.5.
Yeah, no baby powder either.
Yeah, still no baby powder, you're right.
Wow.
Yep. Almost no friction, so she doesn't really need
Yeah.
baby powder. 3 white lights, a good lift.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say before. Like, I think that lifters with really long limbs, especially long arms, and that don't have quite that much of the friction between with the thighs and everything. Yeah, sometimes it's not. I mean, it's not gonna do anything wrong for you, other than maybe if you get some to your hands.
Yeah,
makes you
exactly.
sleep, but I don't think it adds that much.
Dorina Moriani, Hungary, jump of 7.5. It's 180 to match her personal best for 425 in total. which would be a personal best total of 7.5.
Yeah, we were saying first one was a bit hard, so see how it goes. Yeah,
She
she
has to
ran
fight
it.
for it.
Yeah.
3 white lights, PB total of 7.5.
To be honest, I was expecting that maybe it was harder, but it was fun. I mean, it was hard, but
When you know it's for a PB total, you tend
yeah.
to find the resources to pull
Yeah.
off the lift. Next up, Finn Bonaventure, Belgium, 187.5. Jump of 15 for a personal best of 2.5 in the deadlift event. More importantly, a personal best total of 12.5. I'm super impressed by her performances today. She's looking great. 3 white lights, new personal best, deadlift and total, and room for a third. She's having a strong outing. And she's not even capped out in the weight class. She's 74.5.
Whoa. Yeah, she has definitely some room.
Final pool of the second round. One that's going to be tough to match. Veronika Sigutova, Czechia, 190.
Yeah.
3 white lights, a good lift, not yet a personal best, but only 2 kgs away. Yeah, I think she's due for a personal best, both in the deadlift and in total. If she adds 5, she'll be there.
Yeah.
Still no misses, some clean lifting for both
Yeah.
weight classes.
I didn't want to say anything, you know. So.
Yeah, I'm ready to risk it. 165 for Jenny Lorenza from Cyprus.
7.5 kilo jump.
She's the athlete that made the most improvements.
Yeah, definitely.
30 on the squat, 10 on the bench. Is it going to be 20 on the deadlifts?
Wow. What a fight, wow. It's really impressive.
Looks like the answer is yes. 2-1, a
Yeah.
good lift. 1 blue for maybe supporting on the thighs because I didn't see any downwards movements. And supporting on the thighs is easier to see from the sides than from the front. I see struggle, but I don't see supporting.
Yeah, I think she made a really good work on, you know, staying patient.
And see, the commentator's curse is not real.
So how much was a PB for her?
165, another jump of 5 for Jamaya El Nahal. So she's not shooting for that 170, which I think is reasonable. But 175 is for 377.5 in total.
Make some noise for Jamaya! Come on, Jamaya! Come on, Jamaya!
Yeah. Great fight.
Big round of applause for Jamaya El Nahal.
Nice way to keep pulling without supporting on the thighs.
So how much of a PB was the girl from Cyprus?
It was
Nominated
30 in
with
the
305?
squat, so plus 30, plus 10 with the bench, so plus 40 and plus 20 with
Yeah,
the deadlift, so plus 60 on the
65.
total. 65.
Yeah, 65 because she nominated with 305.
Wow.
Wow.
I would love that for
That's
anyone.
incredible. Whoa.
Now, Elmi Mäkelä from Finland, 170, another jump of 12.5. Wow. This is to erase everything that happened before for
Yeah.
390 in total.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow. Can she keep pulling? Can she lock it out?
Oh. Wow.
She
Yeah.
ends her day with a personal best deadlift of
Yeah,
12
she
and a half.
manages to look it out.
I would forget about the squat
Yeah.
event and the bench event with that.
Yeah. To be
390
honest,
total.
I had some doubts if it was gonna go bad.
Hey,
Yeah. Wow. Impressive.
told you conventional is reliable.
Yeah. Wow.
Next up, Kristina Rosman, Slovenia. 175, the smallest jump possible, 2.5 when it's not a record attempt. There we go, the bar is loaded. This is for 412.5 in total. She already matched her personal best of 410, just looking to chip it by 2.5. Super fast off
Yeah.
the floor, but very shaky against the thighs. How is this one going to be judged?
Oh.
No lift. One blue for supporting on the thighs and one red for lack of lockout.
Coach goes to the jury.
Yeah, it's the final lift. If you're the coach, you're attempting something, but I think the supporting on the thighs is pretty clear to see
Yeah.
on the replay. I'm not so sure about the lack of lockout,
Yeah.
but referees on the platform are much closer than we are and closer than the cameras.
Yep.
Yep, the
that
coach
thing-
is sent away. No lift. We move straight into Media Anu's final deadlift. 175 jump of 7.5 to match her PB deadlift. This is for 435 in a total. Huge PB of 20. Wow. Great
Really
way to end
good.
your day. 3
Yeah.
white lights, 435.
Yeah.
And a nice and gentle handshake to
Yeah.
the referees. Love that also.
That's always good.
Sometimes you're not lucid enough after your final
Yeah.
deadlift to think about doing that, but
Yeah, that's
it's always nice.
Yeah, actually something that tends to happen. I have a lifter that it's always upset because he always forgets.
He forgets.
Yeah, always.
Now into Singilara Kristendottir, Iceland, 180 jump of 7.5, a match PB in the deadlift event. 422.5. She keeps on pulling. I don't think she'll be able to extend her hips.
It's a shame.
Not the best of days, but still showing some great sportsmanship.
Yeah.
She was nominated with 440. She only led on 417. Next up, Heidi O'Neill, Island, 182.5. She's jumping 7.5 to try and PB her deadlift by 5. 452.5 total if she manages this attempt. She was nominated with 442.5.
Yeah.
I think that's properly
Yeah.
knocked out. That was
That's
clean.
perfect. Yeah.
So 3 white lights, PB total of 10.
Perfect number. Yeah. Good attempt selection. See Team Ireland always with the team.
Hey, they've been hitting
Yeah.
their deadlift this competition, that's for sure.
Yeah.
4 more deadlifts to go in the 76Bs. Next lifter out is Dorina Muriani from Hungary, 187.5. She wants to extend her PB deadlift by 7.5. This for a 15 kg PB in total.
Hungary, make some noise for the Dorina. Come on, Dorina, come on.
It's going.
What a fight, what a battle. Was it up to standards? She receives the down command. How about the lights?
Yeah. She says one blue light. You see the jury?
She might be happy that the blue comes from the other angle that we're gonna see on the replay. No clear supporting on the thighs. Low clear downwards movement. Still discussing it at the jury table. Discussions are ended. I think the pool is
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
So PB total of 15 for the Hungarian.
Yeah, we're watching a lot of, like really grindy
Yep.
deadlifts on the end. But really beautiful.
It means
deadlifts.
they find the right number.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Let's see if Talia did too. 195 for a PB deadlift of 9. 432.5 in total when she was nominated with 417.
Wow.
Who needs
Yeah.
baby powder, Diego? 3 white lights, 3 for 3, personal best of 9.
Yeah. Wow. Impressive.
Wow. From 417 to 432.5. Great execution from Ben Abu. The final 2 deadlifts to reach the milestone of 200 kilos. Finn Bonaventure and Veronika Sigutova. This is 12 and a half more than what she's deadlifted before in competition.
Yeah. 12.5 kilo PB. Yeah.
12 and a half kg PB in the deadlift, 25 kg PB in total.
Conventionals have been going good.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see it. She's unable to extend the hips, but 200 was a believable pull, and when you put yourself in a position to attempt the milestone in competition,
Yep.
you need to do it.
I mean, if there's a place you should try it, it's here.
Yeah, 195 was there, maybe 197.5 was there, 200 was too heavy.
Yeah. Yeah, but I will go either 195 or 200. Like you
Yeah,
can.
197.5 is just heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Final pull for this flight, Veronika Sigutova of Czechia, 200. This is for 467.5. A total that will have landed her 9th position in the nominations. Oh, she might have been good for even more.
Yeah, I think so.
300 kgs,
Wow.
PB of 5.5. Huge improvement on her nominated total.
Huge
Surely
total.
something that could land her a top 10 finish in the
Yeah,
class.
Yeah.
Hey, we see some great improvements being made, both in the 69s and the 76s.
Yep.
Right now will be the time for these ladies to get into their tracksuits for their participation medal ceremonies. I'm not expecting any of these ladies to receive medals in any particular movements.
Yep.
Because squat, bench, and deadlift, I think they'll belong to the A groups. It was a great session nonetheless. Very happy to have had you on board for a second time, Diego.
Yeah.
Muchas gracias.
It was
we'll-
really good to be here.
We'll hope to see you maybe at Euros
Yeah,
in
hope so.
March.
Hope so.
And we'll try and get you at the commentary booth.
Okay.
See you there.
See you
And
there.
for those that are eager to see the A group, it's at 2 in the afternoon local time. See you then.
Yeah.